Alrighty. Let me just make sure everything's a go. That's a go, that's a go. Hello, everyone. My name's Kane, and welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This time, last time, actually, first, got to the world tree. Wait. Yeah. Except that wasn't the main thing. We got a bunch of blade stuff done. Specifically getting Poppy Cutie Pie, I feel, was the main thing. But I think I'm gonna see if I can try and beat the game today. Let me make sure I have my difficulty settings lowered. I don't... that's not difficulty, that's time. Time's a wasting. Disabled, enabled... Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I can try... What? What? There's no key code. But yeah, the other main thing that happened, as well as Indol, is now inaccessible because it is now attacking the Monoceros. So, yeah. That's... What the... Hi, Mr. Giant. Thankfully, I'm high enough level to where it doesn't matter. I think level 70 should be enough to get me to the end, question mark? I know I said that about Xenoblade 1 and I was wrong. It was level 80 there. I don't know if it's the same for Xenoblade 2. I swear one of the games, the final level that you have to beat it... What the heck, Rex? And I'm pretty sure for one of the games, the final level that you want to be at to beat it should be level 70. I don't know if it's this game. I don't know if it's another one. All I know is one of them. I'm pretty sure. Nice room. What the heck did Nia hurt herself on?
Come out, come out.
Searching database.
Oops.
What the? Oh, hi there. What?
In I go. Great.
MK6 Margo.
Double spinning edge. Double spinning edge.
Go for fire.
Maybe we're not. And wicked hearts.
And I do think I'm probably gonna mostly play as I about said Shulk. No, I think I'm gonna probably mostly play as Rex for the final here, considering, well, you know, main character. This guy shouldn't be too hard. Mithra, go to Pyra. Blade Virus, that's... Yeah, I figured I was gonna do something to Blades.
Michael's double spinning edge. Everyone's getting psyched.
It didn't connect.
Actually, while we're doing this, let me do something.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex.
I like your attitude. Yeah. Ha. Ha.
Break.
Double spinning edge.
Boreas is gonna show you how. Just give me the order.
Rolling
You don't
smash.
stand a chance against us now.
Yeah.
Dolphins now.
No one can stop us. Ha. Double spinning edge. Don't give up on me. Ha. Ha.
What would you have me do? I won't stop.
Gotcha.
Rush
Yeah.
down. Okay, here we go. Here, Providence. Give me the order.
Treatment.
Just give me the wins.
Chose well.
Hate
Rolling
the
rolling smash. Double spinning edge.
Mithra and I are as one.
Yeah.
Judgment Halo. Losing focus, Rex?
Don't give up on me. Anchor shot.
Make haste and retreat.
Our emotions are in tune, Rex. Well done.
Double spinning edge.
Boreas is gonna show you how it's done.
Yeah.
Eagle Eye.
Why not?
Armor failed.
Rolling
Mithra and I are
smash.
as one.
Double spinning edge.
Break. Don't get
Yeah.
ready, moments, Rex.
Ha. Gotcha.
Let's go.
Alright, so... You might wonder why the awkward pauses happened. Little thing happened. My mom told me it was my dad's birthday, and I thought, ooh, I guess I forgot the day somehow. I had just called him,
Let's keep this up.
and he's just like, thanks, but it's tomorrow. And it's just like, you kidding me? Ay, ay.
Armor failed.
Yeah.
The pace.
At least he knew that I, like, cared. And...
What would you have me do?
Spinning edge.
We'll make your dreams a reality. It didn't connect.
Draw the enemy's
Ay, ay.
this way.
Anyways,
Mithra.
I can actually get Rock to do this.
Rock.
Blade.
Feather typhoon.
This is a new enemy in the mix.
What?
Show you why I'm
Huh?
a player.
Where'd all you come from?
The enemy's eye.
Wing smack. Wild side.
Oh dear. I did.
Axe twist.
No, you don't.
Thanks for that. Eat it. Sure. Strong smack. Well done.
Just give me the answer. Blind spot.
Nicely done. Thanks.
Wait.
Witness.
No, me. Oh, I messed it up. I was looking at something else, and I just thought, oh, I have enough time. I didn't have enough time. I should have waited on that. Don't know why I didn't.
That's exactly it.
Not good. I don't like having blade shackles.
Make haste and retreat.
It'll be fine. You can turn it around.
Come on.
I'll take you all.
Double spinning F. Rolling smash. Double spinning
I can topple. Go down.
We will make you.
Make haste and retreat.
Oh, it didn't work.
Bridget, let's get ready.
You know what? We're going for it. This ain't a good use of it, but I'm doing it anyways.
We're up, Gramps.
Good throw.
Your mark. The time to defend is now.
Get him, Nia.
Here I can. Red
Cora.
go multi.
Cute and fierce.
Morai, suck it to them.
EG on.
As planned.
Won't hold back.
For some reason, I thought that would do a lot more. Actually, all that's served to do is make me a big old target. Help me!
I'm finding it hard.
He's getting psyched.
Seem
Thank
to
you.
be doing just fine.
Hey, a legendary core crystal.
Just give me the answer.
Now,
Blind spot.
great. That was well done.
Let me collect the treasure, man. Ah.
Win this one.
One shot.
Uh,
I'm gonna show you
Much
how
obliged.
it's done.
help.
Something right.
Just give me the answer.
Maybe
Rex, we can do it.
gotcha. Hit it.
Do this.
We seem to be doing just fine.
Just give me the answer. Try to keep it up.
There's a reason why I am
And honestly, I'm surprised I didn't die there because I was at, like,
Gotcha.
I was close to dying there. Like water 5. Hello, Pepito. I'm kind of curious on how. Why does a part of me feel like there's a second unique here? I don't know why, but there's a part of me that feels like there should be a second unique here. Can I have that? Thank you. I did see this chest over here, though.
Treasure acquired.
Gimme, gimme. A lot of money, too. What's this terminal over here, though? Now that I think about it, I think... Actually, I might know what this is. And I can't access it. And it probably won't be for this, playthrough. If memory serves, I think that is related to Adenine. Her Blade Quest. If my memory's correct. Which it might not be, but I think. I think that's right. That sounds right. Oh well. What matters is we got the thing. Will this kill? Okay, I was about to say. It didn't feel like it was high enough to kill, but it also didn't feel too low enough to where it couldn't kill. Oh well. I got your passcode. Can I go up now? There you go. Green. How long is it gonna take for my elevator to get here? Not long at all. Alright, so we're at 195 right now. How close is this gonna take us? Not at all. I don't know why I thought that would get me closer, but it didn't. Is that unique? Nope. Hello, you fine gentlemen. I'm just going to slide on past by. Here's our elevator. I gotta get comfy. Woo! What are they looking at?
Well, no way I'd ever have guessed the World Tree was like this on the inside.
Fair?
It definitely appears to be man-made,
Yeah.
created by the same civilization as Moritha.
Yeah?
The birthplace of the architect. That's what Jin called it.
Then maybe the architect built this thing. Do you really think we're going to find him at the top? And Elysium too?
Well, why
From
else
what we
is
saw in
Malos
Moritha.
going in?
It seemed like all that stuff happened a gazillion years ago.
True.
Maybe 2 gazillion. I don't know.
But Malos
Not
seems to
even
think
Titans
that's
live that long.
that they're up there.
Even Pyra and Mithra have never actually met him. But this tower's right here. It's real. So,
Seeing is believing is the phrase.
Exactly.
We'll just have to find out for ourselves. There's no use speculating.
Nia, what's wrong? His tummy started rumbling.
Hmm.
Oh, Father. Every time with you, it's, have you lost your wallet? Or are you hungry? Is that really all you can think of?
I think so.
Meh.
And machines. Don't forget machines.
Tora thought food is only thing that makes Nia all, growly.
Thank you,
Watch
Tor.
it, Furball.
Anyways,
Is Nia's problem?
I was about to say, how about we
That's
sidetrack
not
that?
a nice way to ask, Poppy. But I let it slide. There's something I want to ask you, Blades.
Yeah?
Tell the truth. Have you ever wanted to extend your life?
Well, that's a deep question all of a sudden.
Avoid returning to our cores?
Yeah.
That's a tough question.
I'd imagine, yeah.
I would like to keep learning about my former selves, but to keep living after Morag is dead. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I understand. The idea of living on without her does not appeal to me.
Yeah, same here. I want my memories of the prince to be just between us.
You're going to make me blush, Pandy.
Yeah.
Dromak?
As long as I'm by my lady's side till the end, then I'm satisfied.
I feel like that's not really an answer, but
Poppy is artificial blade, so it is very sad for me to think about.
you're kind of immortal,
When
though.
Master Pawn is gone, Poppy will be widowed.
Poppy, I don't think that's what that means.
Well, not quite.
But
But I get where you're coming from. Pyra?
Pyra's technically never.
it's different for you, right? You've been alive for a few centuries.
Did I ask you? Pyra, what do you think about it? Really?
Hey,
I was just saying.
Sometimes I wondered why I have to keep on living forever. Just on and on, no end in sight.
Immortality with nothing to do.
It's different now. I'm glad I've stayed alive all this time. Parting is always sad. But it's just part of the deal of being me.
Hmm.
Though, maybe one day I'd be happy to close my eyes forever. With someone special. There. By my side.
Pyra.
Hmm.
That's how Pyra. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sharing with me.
What about you, Miss Flesh
So-
Eater?
What made you ask?
I'm a flesh eater,
Yeah.
so I don't know how long I'll live for.
Well, considering how long
I mean, for all
Minos.
I know, I might just snuff it tomorrow.
Well, what about Minos? He
My
looked old.
lady.
Wouldn't you first have to get old
But I
first?
can say this much. My life and death isn't tied to any human.
And?
It's Jin.
Eh?
I've been wondering.
Oh.
Jin was collecting core crystals,
Yeah.
but why didn't he use them? Doesn't he hate humans?
Maybe he doesn't
He could
want.
use them to create blades, then turn them into flesh eaters. He could expand Torna with no need for humans in the mix.
They do lack numbers. Is that all of them?
Yeah. It's just the 5 of them. That's it. When Malos suggested getting Obrona and Akos to resonate, Jin was dead against it. So I think maybe Jin feels the same way as us.
The same way as us?
I think maybe that's why he won't resonate with anyone.
I mean, Jin could actually technically resonate with a blade if Nia's any indication. Any indication, then flesh eaters are also free to just resonate with other blades. So Jin could technically even make himself more powerful if he just resonated with some other core crystals. But yeah, he's never done that. I was thinking maybe he just doesn't want to put other blades through that kind of pain or something. The whole slave thing. He doesn't want other blades to be his slaves. He did talk about the whole master and slaves thing before, so he doesn't want to be the master. He doesn't want to have his own slaves. Well,
An explosion?
A battle, perhaps.
I think I know which one that is.
So, this is what the world trees really like.
They aren't leaves. They're glyphs.
Oh, huh.
Hey, look!
It's literally holograms.
An old Tornan warship. Didn't think there'd be any of those left.
I think that's the
Never mind
Marcinus.
that.
Or is it
What's
not?
this?
I don't know
I had
anymore.
no idea Indo could make it up this high.
Cloud sea, long way down.
It appears that Indol has modified their Titan as old Temperantia did with theirs.
Didn't Zeke say they had
Much
Judician
firepower.
roots or something?
I did not know Indol possessed so much force.
Yeah?
No need to ask what they plan to do with it. They anticipated it. That Jin and Malos would try to ascend.
Yep.
So, Jin is inside that thing.
Has to be.
Yes, no doubt.
Let's hurry. We can't let them make it to Elysium.
Alright. How is this a secret area game? Holy crap. Yeah, what the heck's going on top of the Titan? I just realized. There's like a cyclone. Are we in any danger of being shot? Neither going down without a fight. Ugh. Huh? He was with Malos. Is this like one of the only time that a Malthus used Malthus' power himself? Well, it seems so. Jeez, oh Pete. They just don't exist anymore. Hi. Mithras
You know
core.
you can't control it.
Eh?
I hear you've been promoted. By the Praetor.
You? Why?
Just thought I'd come and say goodbye. Would you rather I leave without saying anything?
Oh, how
Goodbye.
nice of you.
What would compel you to leave me? You are my...
I've got full control of all my powers now.
Oh.
It doesn't matter if you die. I can keep on going.
So that's why you don't stick with the Malthus.
Are you saying, Malos?
The Praetorium, the Believers, I despise them all. Humans aren't fit to breathe our air.
Doesn't that include Malthus?
So, I'm going to give you what you always wanted.
Oh.
But I never.
I'm clearing out the worthless. Isn't that why you sought the architect? Why you climbed the world tree?
Mhm.
Yet look at you now.
There he goes. Leaving just
There must be
Mithras.
someone out there who can use this core. I'll send them after Malos.
Oh. What are you doing? He's gone full evil.
A new locale. I have gained a new memory.
Indaline
Huh?
warrior monks.
Oh, come on.
To the Aegis and her driver, we're here to pass on an order from His Eminence.
What do you want?
You are to use the Aegis's power to bring down that ship.
I'm not a murderer.
What's wrong? This is your duty, Pilgrim.
My only duty is to open the way to the world tree.
You cannot do it? If so,
No.
then we must take the Aegis into custody.
I'd like to see you try.
I get it now. They just wanted to use Mithra's power to burn up their little problem.
Yeah.
Nothing new under the sun.
I didn't say we couldn't do it, but we have to stop Jin. Tell your boss that's what we're doing, okay?
We don't negotiate holy decrees.
Oh, come
If
on.
you don't comply, then prepare for righteous chastisement.
Here we go. Bring it. Indaline royalists.
And I can take care of myself.
Maybe we'll get out of this alive.
Oh, you're weak. What the heck is that health bar, man?
Give me the doctor. Maybe we'll get out.
No! Rolling smash! Come and get it! A shameful defeat!
No.
Rolling smash! Rolling smash! Rolling smash! Here's my
Rolling smash.
A shameful defeat! Come and get it!
How can you summon holy light?
A shameful defeat!
I will say, for just being a bunch of random soldiers, they're sure strong without any blades.
Come on! Double spinning Double spinning
Is the culmination
Like, as far as I can tell, none of them got blades.
Rolling smash! Anchor shot!
Make haste and retreat.
I won't set.
Mithra.
Why not?
Lightning Buster. Hold on. Let's get rowdy.
Always have
Just
Wing smash! We're outside! Sure.
Go for it.
Shall I turn up the flames?
There is a
Huh?
reason why I am Special Inquisitor.
And not a lot done, but come here, Agate. Wait, topple. There we go. Hey. Nothing too difficult, at least. Good riddance. Everyone all right?
Crater. That we're
Oh, it's that weird cyclone again.
Bridget.
Bridget?
Mithra!
Wait! This looks like
Something. Someone.
haze?
This effect. Can it be?
It's hazes. What?
Please forgive
How are
my
you?
interference. Time runs short.
What are you doing?
A Malthus.
And how are you? The other half of Haze's core.
That's Haze's core crystal. Van the Norns.
That's it, all right?
So you're why she wouldn't go back to her
What
core
is it?
crystal.
Nia!
Amalthus. He took Van Lenon's core crystal. He's using her power.
You right?
Not only that, this is in fact my original primal power.
Original? Mithra?
The artifice!
No!
No! Stop!
What did you just...
Mithra! Mithra!
Did he just... Don't tell me... Oh no. Not good.
Is that the artifice? Is it the Aegis?
No.
Yeah.
Who?
Amalthus.
Amalthus?
He's my driver, and I'm an Aegis. If that energy gets any stronger, you won't just control the blades, but Mithra too. Amalthus, you never disappoint.
I am the driver of the Master Blade. Bow before me.
No!
Master Driver. I possess the power to command all blades. Every blade alive. Indeed, even the very Titans are under my control.
What?
That
What are you...
must be how he repelled the attack. Sooner or later, he'll control us too.
Don't worry, half-breeds like you won't come under his control.
Really?
Sure, he can dampen your power, but that's why we built those things.
The artificial blades. It's the only thing that can really fight back against it, is it? So what do we do? He's gonna end up taking control of Siren and... Well, you know how that ends. Whoop.
Mikhail's creations will not submit to Amalthus's control.
And neither will this bucket of bolts. We're nearly
Hey,
at
Mikhail.
the boundary layer. Jin, Malos, get ready.
Roger.
Oh boy.
Let's move.
Yeah. Mikhail, Akos, Petroka. It's up to you now.
Sure.
Yeah, we get it.
Hey, when you see our daddy, dear, tell him thanks for everything from me.
Well, they're definitely gonna make it to the architect first. There's no denying that. Well,
Rex! The Torna ship stopped moving!
yeah.
Looks to me like they're gonna try and get inside.
Amalthus! We're gonna stop Jin! But you've gotta stop this!
You're speaking nonsense, boy.
What are you... What?
Now is the hour of their doom.
You're an idiot!
You leave me no choice but to perform your duty for you.
Destroying Jin and Torna? We're only trying to stop them, not kill them!
You believe you can sway them with words of reason?
Yes!
Well, yes! Jin told me what happened 500 years ago. And you were the cause of it, weren't you, Praetor?
I was nothing but the mouthpiece of the architect.
When I meet him, I'll ask him myself. About me, about Pyra and Mithra.
That is not your right. It is mine.
Damn it!
You resist? Again? You defy me again?
Amalthus, you won't get...
Come on, Mithra.
I'm Rex's blade!
That's right. Rex, you're the Aegis's driver. There's nothing he can do that you can't.
Alright then.
Does that mean
Rex, it's true. Power depends on the heart of its wielder. Right?
All right. Here you go. Huh.
I can move.
What do you think about that, Amalthus? Okay, that's a bit tiring.
Rex!
I'm alright.
I'm okay.
What about you?
I won't let him get away with this anymore. He's just manipulating humans and blades alike. That's not the Architect's will at all. Give it up, Amalthus! You can leave Jin and the rest to us.
Oh, and now we're back here.
The tree. Soon Malos will activate Ion. If we can hold this position and prevent the scum from ascending, then victory is ours.
Okay then. We've got to go all out.
At this point, I don't know which side I want to win. Is it better to let... No, it'd actually be better. I don't know at this point. All sides suck except ours. Oh, bye-bye. That being said, I think I'd rather deal with an enemy the size of Torna rather than one of Indol. Well, it seems those towers are important if they're targeting those. Huh.
The vortex.
Interesting.
Your Eminence, the tower.
At peace, brother. The field of effect is only a little reduced.
Really?
It is drawing near.
Gather the brothers together. We must exterminate the vermin! No soul alive. They sully the Architect's presence.
Eh? That's Mordain! Please do not target Mordain at us. Oh dear. Help! Chapter 8. World Tree. Save game. Chapter 9. Rain. More ordained soldiers. A lot of soldiers. Hmm. Some kind of pilgrimage or whatever? Hmm. Eh? It's a baby. Oh. And that's the guy he saved. Killed. Mouthless?
Oh, Architect. Is this the world that you intended?
Hmm. Well, we're lucky.
That too close! Meh! If we just a bit higher, it would have hit us!
Yeah.
Where did...
Is the Moradine Titan gonna be okay using that much power to just attack? Also,
Morardane. Impossible.
it's tall. You know? Also, I wonder how the people on the Titan itself are actually faring. I think we're about to find out. Is this gonna cut to Nile? Game? Game. There you are. Yep.
Your Majesty, are you hurt?
What happened?
The Titan just released a vast amount of energy from its chest. We think the brownout may be linked to that.
Uh-oh. What kind of effect will that have on the Titan?
Of course, but we managed to confirm our current position.
Where are we?
Look!
Look!
That's...
It's like, we don't really need to tell you. We can just show you. Oh dear.
Curses! Morardane can't afford to lose any more energy.
Any way we can stop this? Or is he just gonna keep using the Titans until they die out from energy loss? Because at this point, that's what's gonna happen.
It's glowing.
Is it going to shoot again? That is not good. The Ardanian Titan is said to be at the end of its lifespan.
So...
if it were to release any more of the ether energy stored within its body...
oh dear.
What would happen?
Crumble?
It would collapse, its joints giving way under its own weight.
Oh. It would literally fall apart. Oh dear. This is not okay.
Now he summons even Titans?
Ekos, over there!
Huh? Oh, Uriah! Great! Just bring the whole host of people, Earth Titans here.
What? Uriah? Curse that Amalthus! Is every Titan under his control?
Yep, that's what it appears to be.
My queen, is that...
The World Tree?
World Tree.
Yeah.
Morardane. Indol. What the blazes is going on out there?
Great question. Oh dear. Oh, and it's got coverage. Midoriya.
This is madness! Does he mean to gather all the Titans in one place?
Akos, Petroka!
Huh?
Mick? Go! Go keep Jin and Malo safe.
What are you doing?
What is this all of a sudden? We must be ready for the worst.
But what about Indal? They're gathering titans from...
I'll deal with it.
How?
Deal with it? Alone? Don't be a fool. It's fine. I put this all together in the first place, remember?
Do you?
I can control everything from here. Besides, I'm not exactly alone here.
Eh? Mikhail.
Mick.
Go. And do what I can't.
What are you planning?
Okay. Petroka.
Guess you two gotta move.
Petroka!
I love you.
Eh. And Petroka says,
You are so gross, Mick.
Knew
Make
that
sure
was coming.
you come back alive so I can punch you for saying that.
gotcha. Ah, good to hear.
That's a deal.
Yeah. Alright, Mikhail. What's your master plan here? What is... Oh. That's, interesting ship you got there. Considering it can turn into a mech! Holy crap.
The ship, it's...
Giant. A mech. Everything.
That shape. It is just like a titan.
An artificial titan in a way.
You old fool! Here I come!
And of course, a machine, an artificial titan, couldn't be controlled by Hayes' power. Punch it! Yeah!
So it begins.
Yeah?
Now's the time. Let's get after Jin.
But the Titans...
Rex, let's focus on what we can do right now.
But what if the titans die?
Don't
What if
worry.
you're...
The Emperor is my brother, after all.
I'm on it.
Fine. As long as Moradin can... Don't attack Moradin, please!
You're done!
Oh no. Not good! Yeah, I think Moradin's about to just crumble. I think it's time for evacuation.
Issued the evacuation order across the capital.
Exactly.
All army vessels can be used, including my private ones.
Oh,
Save
nice.
as many as possible.
You first, sire.
Don't mind me. Hurry, now.
You better not die, damn it.
Unfortunate though it may be.
Majesty.
Go!
Sir.
Dear sister, if you are there, save Moradin and the world.
At this rate, it's not even gonna be just Mordain. If Amalthus gets all the other Titans under his control, he's gonna probably use up all their energy too.
Your Eminence, the foes have been sighted.
The lost technology of Old Torna. How astounding it is that it still works.
Huh.
Surprised, eh? There are still a few of us hanging on.
A survivor. Flesh Eater. You followed him down that dark path.
Huh.
In that case...
Mikhail? He's gonna try and control Mikhail.
Oh, nice try. But that's not gonna work on me. And that's because you and I are the same.
Oh?
What?
I am a Blade Eater.
Just like Zeke.
The Blade Eater technology is not known outside the Praetorium.
You're right. But that doesn't mean you're the only one. Or have you forgotten what you did before implanting your core crystal?
You did it onto others, too. And Mikhail just so happened to be one of those. And you're the kid from before in the other flashback. With Adam.
You don't mean you are one of the refugees from back then? But all of them were...
disposed of, right?
Uh...
Sure, you tried. But some of us weren't about to die that easily. I lived on.
Oh, and he's gonna get his revenge now. Oh. I just feel bad for the people of Indal that don't understand what's going on.
You didn't even evacuate them.
Wow.
You're the same as ever, Amalthus.
Yeah, I was about to say, unfortunately, I don't know if he's going to be willing to just try and save them while they have time. All that'll do is just give Amalthus more time. Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Aw.
This is a fight I can't back down from.
What the? Huh? Oh, don't tell me. Genbu. Oh, now we got all the Titans here. What's next, Letheria? Can those things even fight?
Tantal, too?
Why? Honey!
I don't think,
It's no use. My words can't reach him anymore.
What the hell is the Praetor thinking? At this rate, he'll destroy all rest before Malos does.
Yeah?
Desperation.
What do you mean?
Desperation at not getting the Aegis.
Last resort.
That man. What's his plan? Why would he be so intent on obtaining the Aegis?
We've got to do something to stop the Titans fighting.
That's easy to say, but what can we do about it when they're all the way out there?
Got it. The glowing pillars. Just then, when one of the pillars got wrecked, Amalthus's power got weaker for a moment.
So if we smash the pillars, he'll lose control over the Titans.
Great plan,
It's
but...
worth a shot. Okay, Mithra?
Siren.
And we only want to hit the pillars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's moving far too much. I can't get a clear shot. This isn't going to work.
Oh, man.
I know. Mithra,
Pyra?
if we can get a little closer, we might be able to do something.
Is that true, Pyra?
What's your plan?
Probably. Think back. Do you remember our fight against Jin? By rewriting the physical laws of the surroundings, we were able to match Jin's speed.
Yeah.
If we rewrote them in the same way, in the midst of battle between those two, from our point of view, it'll be like they've frozen in place, huh?
Oh.
But how do we get there?
Tora, have good suggestion.
Lay it on us, Boyle.
Poppy, think you could grab Mithra and Rex and carry up there?
Poppy!
Yes, Poppy can carry 2 people, no problem.
Heck yeah!
Ta-da! Okay, let's do it. Everyone else after Jin.
Hang on.
We don't have time to argue here. Don't worry. We're gonna make this work, right?
Right.
Rex, please remember, Poppy booster time limited.
How limited are we talking?
We'll get as close as we can.
Alright. At least we've got a plan. Bunch more sovereigns. Pepito. Move, move, move! The Mizar Thoroughfare. There are just Pepitos everywhere in the World Tree, it feels like.
And arrived.
Oh, this is where we were going.
Where'd you think we were going, Mithra? Up we go! Does this put us on level with where we're... Nope. Still decent level above everybody. Hello, motorcycles. Oh, okay. What the? Awarphobos. Excuse you.
Yes, hey!
It's a
pay
giant
attention to me.
thing with the legs. Is it a fridge? I don't know. Battle fridge.
Spinning a moment's rest.
Make haste and retreat.
Let me take it. Quicken arts.
Let's give them the full treatment.
Go for fire.
In I go.
If we could get another break on it, I think I can do a topple punch smash combo.
Spinning edge. Double spinning edge. Double spinning edge. Double spinning edge.
Double spinning edge.
Double spinning edge. Double spinning edge.
What do you want, Morag? I'm spinning.
Double spinning edge. Double spinning edge. Double spinning
Will of the wisp.
Double spinning edge.
We can do it.
Okay, we gotta stop spinning. Nuclear blast.
Percival.
The enemy's eye is music to my ears.
Don't get
Mortis.
rolling smash.
Stop looking at me.
Rolling smash.
This way.
Rolling smash.
Overthrow. Quicken arts.
Can we get a break? Come on.
Surges. To arms, Lady Morag.
Double spinning edge.
Blaze.
Ha!
Raise beam.
Rock, the winds shall destroy.
Go for it, Rock.
Why not?
Blaze.
Ha!
My spirit sword.
Michael's wild side. Ha!
Jumbo duel. Break.
Mithra.
Thunder Gale.
Why not?
Smash him. Oh yeah.
Sure.
Let me
Darkness.
take it. My power flows.
Wild beam. Okay, that hurt. Hurt a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get snappy.
That was well done. Double spinning edge. Gotcha.
If we go for dark again, we could do Earth with agate. Depends on if more I can get it. Nope.
Gotcha.
Win.
Raise beam.
Rolling smash.
Quicken arts.
Nicely done.
If I do wind again, I can possibly get.
Rolling smash! Rolling smash! Double spinning edge!
Nia, can you please get Cyclone?
Why
I'll
not?
take it from here.
Yes.
Okay.
To the
The enemy's real.
I see their weakness.
It's going for
Go for it.
We'll show you what we're made of. In next round, fight.
Bridget, to arms, Lady Mora. Just give me the order.
Go for it.
Sync it up, everyone. Me first.
So how do I go about this? I can't. I made a mistake. I don't have any way of breaking this successfully.
Get him, Nia.
Here I can. Ready or go.
I have to hope that I get a random break on lightning. Well, I got my random break on lightning. Personal.
How'd you like that?
Let's keep it up.
Keep her going. Rock, you're up.
Get him, Nia. On it.
Next up, Cora.
I have to deliver, or I'll die out of shame.
Morag, suck it to them. As planned.
GG on.
I won't hold back.
Let's keep it up.
One more run. Mithra.
Mithra.
Let's finish this.
One.
Get him, Nia.
Here I can. Ready or go.
Drill mark.
Let us settle this.
Morag,
Bridget.
suck it to them. Ardanian honor. Very well.
Ah,
Let this
satisfying.
be a lesson to you.
Whoa,
Now, where were we?
Nice.
Before the fridge decided to attack.
Work, everyone.
It's all the way over here. Just very far away. Meanwhile, the war is happening.
Hey, look what I found.
It's a bit of an unwilling war, all things considered. Excuse me, sirs. I'm just going to be slipping past. Hi there. Any more soldiers gonna drop? Oh, no, but another random dude's gonna appear. Keep going! I feel like that thing, yeah. Praetorian Medea. Oh, great. Even the blade bots are here. Honestly, I could probably just sidestep this, big boy. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't think I was actually going to successfully sidestep the big boy. I am immensely shocked that I managed to do that somehow. Bye-bye. Ah, yes. The story salvage point. Alright. Time to stop Indol.
Poppy, you're up.
Poppy got it.
Alright. This is gonna be interesting.
Friends, hold tight.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Rex and the Aegis? What are they doing? Unless... Rapid fire! Don't let them near!
I think you're a little late. Hang on! Come on, Buffy! Oh!
Rex!
Bro!
Just do it from here. Okay?
Can you?
Okay. We're in a good spot. Let's go.
Come on. Combined form.
I've locked on. Siren!
Here we go. There goes Indol's towers. Whoop!
Pyra!
Rex!
Come on! Gotcha! Come on! Please! Hang in there! Holy moly!
Did it work?
Where's Poppy? Well, it seems they've all stopped.
Stopped?
Our chum's only gone and done it.
Poppy, dude!
Yeah!
Proud!
No problem at all, Master Pawn.
Yeah!
Eminence, the amp towers are...
No more Titans.
Do you even know what you've done?
Crap! Mikhail? What are you?
Why?
What are you hanging around here for? Go!
What about you?
Voice. Mick? That you?
You're chasing Jin and Malos, right? I said go!
But...
Why would you...
Beats me. I don't even know anymore.
Mikhail.
Mikhail.
I really hate this world. Like, really. And humans, most of all.
You used to be human.
Mikhail?
But you know what? There were people I loved. Once.
Adam. Laura.
When I look at you guys, it reminds me of them. I
Kyle.
wonder if the people I loved were still around, would things be different? I wonder that. And I start doubting myself.
Mikhail?
It's Rex, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Have you found your answer?
I think so.
I have. And it's pretty spectacular.
I see. Well then, I'll leave Jin to you.
Thank you.
Now go. Get after him already. Tell him your answer. Amalthus. Time to end this. Ha!
Ooh.
Who do you take me for?
Kyle. Wants his home.
What happened? Are you alone?
Aw.
Looks like the only survivor. These burn patterns don't look like Malice's handiwork. Must have been humans. Looting and pillaging while the world burns.
Hey, it's okay. Would you like to come with us? You don't have to worry. Really. We're all good people. Promise.
Kyle.
Can you walk?
Oh.
You can. Good going. Forgive us, Jin. We're going on ahead.
There they go. The Enderline Titan with it.
Mikhail!
Indol, it's sinking. Never thought I'd see the day when Torna, of all people, would be saving our hides. Mikhail, we can't let this effort go to waste. You're right. Let's go after Jin. I have to have a word with him about the ants I found. Let's hurry. Jin! Do you even realize that he's dead?
Now it's my time.
What if you didn't have this? Would you just not be able to advance in the story? Because that seems to feel like the implication. How many doors you need? Actually, is there a second way up? I feel like there might be. I don't know, actually. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like I'm wrong. Is this the last elevator before we get to, like, the main sections?
Oh, this is where we were going.
And that's a unique enemy in the middle there, isn't it? Here he comes! Surprisingly not. What about over here when I get close? I swear there's supposed to be a giant robot unique enemy here. Well, I guess not. Also, that guy's going away. Up we go. For being a giant World Tree elevator, you sure are taking your sweet time. Alright, we're kind of schmooving a little bit more. Alright, we're schmooving. We're doing better. Although, how long is this elevator? Game? Woo! I think this is it. I'm gonna save just in case. I don't think... It's not the spot before the final boss. I know that. It's just... There's still a fight up here, I'm almost positive on. If the cutscene starts where I think it does, then I'm gonna know if there's a boss fight or not. Not exactly. Not yet.
What do you see?
Eh?
What do I see? I see a bunch of people struggling to stay alive.
Yeah?
Same as almost everyone else on Allrest right now.
Zeke, have you ever taken a person's life?
That is a loaded
Can't
question.
say I have. Never seen the need for it myself.
Oh?
Why does anyone kill others? Because they're in your way, or because you can't bear the sight of them? You kill because you're weak. But I'm not weak, so I don't need to kill anyone.
Huh. Really?
And I don't mean physically, yeah? I mean in here.
I suppose That makes me weak then.
Then he just... Interesting for the Praetor.
This is why I'm standing here today.
Interesting for the Praetor just willingly
So you
admit
hate them.
it.
Humans.
No. I hate this world.
Huh. Hate the world. Zeke?
Chum.
What's up?
Huh? Do you like this world?
Yeah?
What? Just give me a straight answer.
I mean, it's got its problems, but yeah.
Sure, there's plenty of room for improvement, but then there's also plenty of stuff that's awesome.
Like you guys.
What about us?
Huh?
Eh?
I think Charlotte's about to propose.
Aw, Zeke, you shouldn't have.
Fleabag. I mean, how do you feel about us? People.
Whew. I was worried then.
You should be so lucky.
I like how even more was scared.
What's your answer?
Ooh, that's a tough one. People can be fun to be around, but sometimes they're hard to deal with. And then there's mean types, like that Banner.
Yeah.
For sure.
But nothing's perfect.
But life's about taking the good with the bad, right? So yeah, I like people. And I like myself, and I'm people.
Makes sense to me.
Big Ed.
Does it? It makes sense.
I see. Well, that's you all over. I'm relieved.
What?
Well, suppose a guy who hated himself had the power that you do. If someone like that were to meet the architect, I wouldn't be surprised if they wished for the whole world to disappear.
Yeah. That would be what it would come to, wouldn't it? Alright, once the store opens, I'll know, I think, if we're at where I think we're at. Oh, the minimap's telling me. I think I know where we're at. Yep, I know what we're doing here. Oh boy. Jin?
What's up, Jin?
So this is where it ends.
Jin?
Huh? You say something?
No. I'll stay here. You go fulfill our goal.
What are you saying? We promised we'd go together, didn't we?
We did, once.
You okay?
I'm just waiting.
For the boy?
I was told to wait.
Laura.
I'll be watching. All of you.
Are you sure?
I am.
Seems even Malos has a heart. Miss Laura.
Hey, you!
Eh?
You wouldn't happen to be Ornelia's former blade, would you?
Ornelia?
Ornelia? No, I'm...
From the Territorial Defense Corps! It's you!
What?
Oh, I remember 'em well. Even though I was knee-high to a grasshopper back then.
You know Jin's previous
sword
self.
slung across your back. You were so cool.
Well, he is really cool.
If you hadn't come when you did, our village would have been...
Oh.
Oh, yes. The house you used to live in is still out there on the outskirts.
House?
A chance to look at his previous memories. It's a bit run down, but... Well, bit is a bit understatement. Yeah? It is kind of weird to think about, just seeing yourself in a picture, knowing you were there, but not knowing a thing about it.
This long war for independence will soon come to an end.
Yeah?
It is not only the war that will soon be over. Her life, too, is about to end. And when she meets her end, so too will I. Unsullied by her death, I will merely return to my core.
Oh.
To await my eventual reawakening. I will sleep as at the end of any other day. When I awake, will I be the same person as before? If the architect does indeed exist, I wish I could ask him, who am I truly? Whence did I come? Whither am I headed? If I were a praying man, I'd pray this journal finds its way to you. Trusting that it will, I will use these last words to pass down a means of carving the bond between myself and my partner into this flesh. This is how it is done.
My, how terribly desolate. I heard it's been 90 years, but... What is it? Did you remember something?
No. It's nothing.
Aw.
Really? That's too bad. I would have liked to have learnt about the old you.
Honestly, it doesn't sound like it was too different.
I am who I am. I do not change.
One thing at least seeming consistent with Blaze is their personalities, for the most part, don't seem to change. I mean, even think about Rock. Rock was pretty much the same. Hello, Jin.
You came.
Yep. You think we wouldn't?
Jin.
Are you alone? Where's Malos?
He went ahead.
Well then, what are you doing here?
Waiting for you.
Really now?
For us? Are you trying to stop us going after Malos?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
I want to see for myself. If this world has any will of its own, which one would it choose? You or Malos?
Then, you should let us pass.
That I cannot do.
But why? In your state, you should barely be able to stand. You know, if we fight now, you'll...
You see right through me, Mithra.
He doesn't care.
I made a promise. I'll do whatever it takes to fulfill this desire.
Even if it means your death.
Gladly.
Jin.
Back to this format.
It looks like we won't get past without a fight. Chum?
Seems so. We'll give it all we've got. Come on!
As it should be.
Come at me, boy!
Let's do it, Jin.
Put your best foot forward,
Shit.
Rex.
Just watch this.
All right. Let's see if we can actually do this. This might be pretty difficult. Very difficult, actually.
Maybe we'll get out of this alive.
Go for this.
This could have been over long ago.
Yep, knew that was coming. Knew that was coming. Don't attack! Alright.
I no longer live in fear. Show you how.
Everyone's getting
Empty moment.
Crap.
You have unwavering attack.
Armor veil.
Ultra slash. I shall defend you to the last.
Second son.
I'll broil you alive.
Alright, that's one orb.
Fantastic.
I guess dark.
Dark serpent. Empty moment.
Crap.
We can do it.
Go for this.
Fantastic.
Missile-let. Yeah. Ooh, not good.
Why not?
Skyward slash.
Just give me the heads up.
Heaven's Bolt.
Arms, Lady Morag.
This'll be good. Here goes.
There is a reason why I am Special Inquisitor.
I made a promise to him.
Alright. Next could be light. Not good. Oh, but he missed. Oh. No. No.
Skyward slash.
Rolling slash.
Can retrieve it.
Anchor shot.
Ultra slash.
Nicely done. Anchor shot.
Make haste and retrieve it.
Oh, just barely.
Just give me the heads up. Show you how. Foresight.
That didn't do anything. Never mind, it did an attack. Water.
Double spinning edge.
Yes.
Skyward slash.
I got.
Leave it to me.
Ultra slash.
Earth.
Star barrel curse.
Bridget.
Nia, switch to Boreas.
Going for the
Yes.
Show you how. For the finishing touch.
Who will the world choose? You.
Sink it up there.
Now.
Show me what you can do, Rex.
Me first.
I can break fire.
Hit it. No.
1, 2, 3.
Get him, Nia. On it.
Water.
Let us settle this.
Morag, suck it to them.
Ichion.
As planned.
Won't hold back.
Let's keep it up.
Again.
Go for it.
Star barrel curse.
Get him, Nia. On it.
Boreas.
I'm not really in the mood to do much.
Morag, suck it to them.
Percival.
Very well.
Let's keep it up.
Now. Mithra.
Let's
finish this.
Get him, Nia. On it.
Tora.
I have to deliver, or I'll die out of shame.
Morag, suck it to them.
Percival.
Very well.
Let's keep it up.
One more. Rock.
Red claw. Get him, Nia.
Joe Mark.
Let us settle
Ready or go naughty. Morag, suck it to them.
Bridget.
To me. Very well.
Done and dusted.
Fail,
I'm sorry to tell you, Jin, but you did. You did fail here. But you are strong, I'll give you that.
You still got it. But so do we.
Come on.
Oh, no, you don't.
The power to manifest what you imagine. Truly awesome. That power comes from the architect. Why do you wield it for mortal sake?
To get to Elysium.
And then what? Open it up to humans?
Yes!
Tear it out between them?
Do you even need to ask? Obviously.
And then what? Can't you see where that leads?
What are you saying?
Humans will make Elysium into another Mortha. Just as they did with Torna 500 years ago.
I won't let that happen.
And after you die, what then? Who will stop the inevitable?
What about you?
Isn't that...
Blades in general.
Isn't that the reason that you Blades exist?
What?
And when I'm not around to stand by you in that effort, someone else will.
It's over, Jin.
That's right. When a person dies, that's it for them. But their thoughts and memories will always be passed on to someone else. Isn't that the same with you Blades? Your past selves get passed down to someone else to become your new selves? Isn't that how you've always lived? We're no different.
Please.
From now on, I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe. Always.
Blades become titans when the time is up, and those titans give birth to many new blades, all while forming the world beneath our feet. It's awesome. It's enough to make me envious.
Envious? Of us?
You have these...
So
you
I'd like
make
to
up the
ask
land,
architect,
basically.
Pyra, Mithra, all of you. Why did he create all these incredible people? Actually, I think I might already know the answer. But I'd still like to check with the man himself.
To check your answer?
Better safe than sorry, yeah?
You believe you know the reason we exist?
Jin!
Jin!
Oh, Akos and Petroka.
Petroka.
Hey.
Petroka.
I won't let you kill Jen.
I'm not trying
Stand
to.
down, Petroka.
But...
It is over for us now. There is nothing more. We've done all that we have to.
Jin. Nia?
Eh? Nia?
Me? Your power. Can you use it on Jin?
Oh. Can you?
Well, sure. It'll only be a temporary measure, but...
Don't expect any thanks.
Trust me, I didn't.
We'll go back first and prep Jin for treatment.
But you don't have the
Akos,
ship
Make
anymore.
yourself useful.
Yeah, I got him.
Eh? Petroka?
Petroka!
You will climb no further.
What happened to you?
Amalthus? Here? And why does he look like that?
Great question. What? What are you?
If the architect did send blades down to this world, it was for my sake.
Huh?
To find and raise cores containing more powerful, wondrous, unparalleled data.
What are you talking about?
That is why I created the cleansing procedure.
That's what that lets you
the
do?
culmination of my work.
You lunatic. He took the cores from all those blades. So that was the reason for the cleansing.
So the cleansing let him do this?
The architect's will.
What is he seeing?
I don't know.
Delusions of grandeur.
You can't just decide stuff like that, dude. You're out of your damn mind.
It is no delusion. Have you forgotten the Aegis's power?
What are you talking about?
That power. Is it not the Aegis's power to erase worthless things from existence?
No.
Is that not the architect's very will?
Pyra and Mithra aren't like that.
I just realized. I know why Malos is so intent on scouring the world. It's you, Amalthus. Malos has become tainted by your influence.
So what if he has? What's the problem?
Oh, I don't know. He's trying to destroy the world.
You had your little trip around All Rest. You've witnessed the state of Moritha. Mankind will never change, no matter how many millennia pass.
Really now?
You're the one who won't change. That's exactly why you hate those who try to.
Laura.
And why should I have to change? If I change, I lose everything. I lose my very self. Who in their right mind would accept such a fate? That's why.
You're weak, old man. The weakest of us all.
Yeah? He took Patroka's core crystal.
Patroka!
Hmm. Oh. When Jin first found them.
You wanna kill us, huh?
You're not human. Flesh eaters?
We were on our way to be transferred to Indol.
Hmm.
My sister and I, from Tantal.
Sister. Eh?
Here. The boy on the left, that was my driver.
Oh.
The right is Patroka's.
Patroka. Is that her name?
Yes. I'm Akos. Our drivers were brother and sister.
Hmm.
That's why.
We're siblings too, you're saying? What a dumb notion. They're them, and we're us. No relation whatsoever.
Even so, these bodies contain the lives of two humans. We are connected.
I don't get why you bother.
Are you happy?
Eh?
I'm asking if it makes you happy, clinging to things like that.
That I don't know. But it's better than having nothing. It's important to me. And that gives me a reason to go on. To live for her.
Akos. Akos, please.
Akos, stop! He's...
Please!
Akos! Let me go! You monster!
How dare you? How dare you look down on me? You are mere blade whose very existence depends upon ours.
Rex! He's got Akos!
I'm on it!
Let's try this!
Not on my watch!
Ah.
Let him go, pal!
Knee up! Knee up!
This is a strange situation. Fighting so hard to save a member of Torna.
Yeah?
Indeed, but it seems like the right thing to do.
That's the important
His aim
part.
is clear, and so is ours. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks.
Friend, welcome.
Poppy, now not time for kind manners.
I believe in returning favors. You owe me for that one.
Much thanks.
Aw. Come on, Malthus.
Who do you people think you are?
Whoa. Ah. Ow.
Incorrigible whelps. Why would humans side with blades?
Is he slow? He thinks it's a side to pick? We share a bond, you numbskull. We're all friends here. We're in this thing together.
Bonds? Of friendship? With these trinkets?
Akos!
Akos! That was surprisingly painful. If I were still a blade, this wouldn't...
Akos.
Join me.
Huh?
My name is Jin. I am just like you.
Hmm.
Akos! Malthus.
You stay right there.
We got
He's
this.
human. So we should be the ones to kick his ass.
I have a heart no less human.
Then you better take good care of it.
Yeah?
That's why you came here. Right?
You rest up.
Rex.
We're gonna break the 500-year-long curse right here.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go, everyone. A mouth.
This will be a walk in the park.
In I go.
I will
Divine
show
Rose.
no mercy. Even
Rolling
if the likes
man.
of you. The time to defend is
This is
now.
unexpected.
Don't exactly know what that did.
Just give me heads up.
You will never get the architect! You
Taste.
Nia, hit water.
Maybe we'll get out of this alive after all.
Unwavering
My
resolve.
thoughts exactly.
If Nia can get...
Gotcha. Why not?
Hang on to it. Maybe wait and see if Nia can get... Nia, can you? Yes! Okay. Splash hazard. Alright. 1,000 tentacles. Fire.
The enemy's element is now
The time to defend is now.
Guilty Rose!
Rolling smash!
I shall defend you to the last.
Quicken arms! Jaguar slash!
Let us make use of it now.
Give me that health.
Why not?
Indeed.
Double spinning X.
Morag, can you get... Yes!
I am come.
Nicely done.
Will of the wisp. And
Yes.
rolling
Smash.
smash. Let me take it.
Double spinning X.
Make use of
Now!
Hit it. No, sure.
Taste my
For
power.
sure.
Thousand tentacles!
On to you.
Here I am.
Just give me the heads up.
Light.
I'll show you why I'm a star player.
Lightning. What the fuck? Not okay.
Blades cannot exist without people. They are mere tools.
Double spinning X. Double spinning X. Rolling smash.
Sacred arrow.
Double spinning.
My teammates, pull yourself together.
Fight.
I apologize.
This is unexpected. This is not your place to fall, Rex.
The enemy's element
I feel
is
better now,
now
thanks.
Now!
Weakness. Shall I let me handle this?
Gotcha. Neo,
Get up,
keep it
Nia.
together.
I need healing.
Here I am.
We can do it.
Rolling smash.
Now.
That was scary.
Quicken arms.
Serpent.
Why not?
Time to quit.
Fantastic.
Boris, out. Cora, finally got some.
Cora.
Maybe we'll get outside. To arms, lady.
Please, Nia.
We shoot blaze. I won't sight.
Double spinning
This'll be
X.
good. Here goes.
If I see him starting to do that sacred arrow thing, I'm hitting a chain attack instantly. Or whatever it was called. I'm sure I'll recognize the name as soon as I see it again, because I'll get too scared. Domination.
We will make your dreams a reality.
Gotcha.
Oh, this doesn't help me at all.
Pay attention to me.
Divine Rose.
This will be fine. We can turn it around.
Time to defend is now.
God Rage.
This is
Double spinning X.
Oh, whoa! Okay. Enraged.
Guilty Rose.
Don't give them a moment's
One
rest.
shot. Let me take it.
Water.
Let your battle quit.
Why not? Yes. Yeah. I got it.
A 2 to 3.
Axe twist.
Thanks
Hit
for
it. No.
believing in me.
Come on!
Just give me the heads up.
My thoughts exactly.
I'll gobble them all up.
Go for it, Boris!
Sink it.
Now!
everyone. We're up, Gramps.
If I hit... I can hit fire this turn. Agate.
Hit it. No.
Go.
1, 2, 3.
Get him, Nia.
Drill mark.
Let us settle this.
Morag.
Ichion.
I
won't hold back.
And another one.
Agate.
Hit it. No.
Go.
Get him, Nia.
Here I come, ready, oh
Boris.
I'm not really in the mood to do much.
Morag, suck it to them.
Bridget.
To me.
Very well.
What?
Let's keep it up.
Mithra.
Let's finish this. The time to defend is now.
Get him, Nia.
On it.
Boris.
Take him out.
So hungry. Time to gobble them up.
Morag, suck it.
Percival.
The way is clear.
Let's keep it up.
One more. Mithra.
No.
Lightning.
You
Buster.
Get him, Nia.
Here I come, ready.
Drill mark.
to go
At
multi.
your service.
It's over, Malthus. Full burst!
Finish them!
I'm with you, my grim moves.
That was well done.
I'm still getting stronger.
Holy. He is strong.
I cannot end like this. Not until I've met the architect. Not until I've erased everything with my own hands.
What?
What is he trying now? What the? What are you?
This is bad. The World Tree cannot take it.
Oh, he's gonna collapse the whole thing!
How's that bastard still standing? After the incredible thrashing we gave him?
We must stop him.
Get over here!
Jin!
Ow.
Pyra Rex!
Mithra!
Don't get me wrong, okay? I couldn't let him get your core too. That's all. With it, he'd be unstoppable.
Jin.
Thank you.
All the architect's words belong to me!
Jin! The ice.
Nia, take care of them both.
I will. Jin, why didn't you kill me when I joined Rex and the others?
It wasn't a mistake, was it? Becoming the blade of someone you trust.
Jin.
I guess not.
I did that too, once. Rex, you have to stop Malus. He's still searching for his own identity. Tell him the answer you found.
Jin.
I will.
You should have died with Torna.
Let's end this now. Our duty has been handed down. Malthus!
Your duty is as dust in the wind compared to my destiny.
Jin. Oh.
Architect, I should have been your chosen one. I lived as you wanted me to.
Jin.
I did. I always.
Huh? Zeke?
Bandits? Probably. After all, Pandoria looks pretty damn human for a blade. She'd be worth a lot to some people. They sell them. Line up the cords with pretty pictures of the blade inside.
It's the same as it ever was.
What?
As soon as people are denied something they desire, they try to take it by force.
Not everyone's like that.
Oh, some give up prematurely, but the feeling is there, I assure you.
Well, in that case, why bother protecting them? Why not let people do whatever?
To remind myself, I must never forget what kind of beings humans are.
Is that what helping me was, too?
A long time ago, I seem to recall seeing a very similar scene.
Aww.
Perhaps that too was one face of humanity.
Remind him of his own mother.
Why did you look so sad back then? That was you too, wasn't it?
Father, why do you not answer my call? Mother, I've missed you.
He's gone.
Jin.
Goodbye, Jin. He can finally rest now.
What a splendid soul you were, Jin.
Jin.
Loading screen. There we go. We're finally gonna see the cutscene from Malice.
What a stench! They let beggars roam free in this town?
Huh. This looks like more Dane.
You're a blade, aren't you? Where's your driver? Dead drunk in a ditch? No, somehow I don't think that's it. The name's Malos. I'm the same as you.
Chapter 9. Rain. And with that, finally time for the final chapter. And thus, boy met girl. Well, isn't this a familiar sighting? The Beanstalk, first low orbit station, Radamantis.
Heat-seeking warhead. We've been hit. Sensing Coriolis deviation across orbital ring. Reading shift to west by northwest, magnitude, 2.
Correcting tower balance. Releasing anchor bolt 127 through 214.
A core. Siren.
Echelon siren losses now exceed 60%.
Oh! Yikes.
Director, the Beanstalk
cannot hold. The Saviorite rebels are very close to capturing it.
We have no choice. Initialize ion.
Ion.
Prepare the conduit.
Roger.
But someone had other plans.
The conduit's authorization has failed.
How come? We're locked out by Professor Klaus. We can't secure access from our side.
What did you say?
Klaus.
Trinity processes sync rate at 96%. That should be good enough. Let's begin the experiment.
One little
The
mistake.
results have not been confirmed. It's too dangerous.
Ridiculous. It's perfectly safe. We are about to bear witness to the birth of a universe. Once, only a god could perform such a miracle. But today, mankind moves one step closer to the divine.
Are you serious? Do you even fully understand that thing?
What's the alternative? Do you want to just surrender this place to them? The conduit is a gift from some divine entity. It is a gateway. A gateway that will take us to an entirely new world.
You're delusional. Divine entity? The conduit is nothing more than a meta-universe manifold.
Galea, we humans are fools. We've ravaged the planet. We are on the verge of burning even the skies above.
There goes Siren.
But the conduit could transform us into something so much more. Galea, this is the birth of a brand new universe.
Stop, Klaus!
There it goes. One man change everything. Oh. Hello.
Fools, indeed.
Klaus.
The time has come.
Now you can do a three-way attack with Nia. I'm okay, though. With Nia and Mithra. Alright. I didn't realize there's a button. I was just waiting for it to take me. For all the advanced technology you got and you can't automate the process. Let me go ahead and change something. There we go. All right.
It stopped moving.
Yep.
Perhaps we've arrived at the end point.
If we go outside, we find out.
Let's see it.
Good point. Let's have a look.
Holy.
Look up.
Eh.
The
Stars.
stars, they're close enough to touch.
The other view is quite something too. Look at the cloud sea all the way down there.
So this is the top of the world tree.
Quite the view.
Oh,
What?
that sound.
The bell.
Huh? What is that?
It's Elysium.
Elysium.
Had a bell.
This way. Let's check it out.
It's time to see what Elysium's like. Malos.
It's been a while, Father.
Logos.
Logos.
Is that my real name? What's it mean? Logos.
It has no meaning. All it represents is the ego of those who named you.
How many years has it been?
I forget. It has been far too long.
You know why I'm here, don't you?
I know it all. All that you experience is passed on to me here.
Then, let's get straight to the point.
Oh.
No need to rush, my child. I'm fading. I'll be gone soon enough.
He just sounds so
Is that right?
bad.
Then I'll take it all.
Do as you wish. If you believe that is your role.
You don't care, do you?
Is that choice really mine? Answer me. This is what I came to hear.
It is a choice you made together.
Good answer. Thanks for creating me.
And here comes the other answer.
Us. We're at Amanthus Portal. Bunch of chairs. Almost feels like some sort of like space station version of like a airport security. And at the end of this hallway should be here. Elysium.
It sure is bright.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's right through here. I'm sure of it. We've almost reached Elysium.
Huh?
What is this place?
No.
Can this place really be Elysium? Where's the greenery? The water? Birdsong? There's nothing. Nothing here at all.
What a wretched sight. I have not seen anything like this in all my years on Allrest.
Pyra!
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Pyra?
This is not how I remember.
That bell sound must be coming from somewhere. Is someone here?
Over there.
Poppy?
Poppy detected one big thing, kind of like building, over that direction. Sound seemed like it come from there.
Let's head on over.
Yeah? Then there's no point hanging around here.
Yeah. Only one way to find out. Let's go, Rex.
All right.
Gotta get some answers one way or
Might still be
another.
okay. Maybe it's just this bit that's destroyed. There's bound to be something over that way.
The church. Elysium. So this is Elysium. No use pondering it now. Let's keep moving. It is kind of just sad, isn't it? Just empty. Dead. Nothing to it, really. Water tower. This looks like a water tower. Maybe this place used to be covered in trees and flowers like Gormart.
This place looks like it was once a city, and quite an old one at that.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot like the stuff we saw in Moritha.
Way more dusty though. Maybe because it's so dry up here.
Huh?
A little tricycle.
It seems to have been a child's vehicle.
Right. So that means people lived here once.
It must have been a grand old city. It stretches further than the eye can see. You could fit the entire population of Allrest into this place, and with room to spare.
So what happened? Why does it look like this and not the beautiful greenery that we were expecting? This is where other people who lived in Elysium would come to play. I don't really get how to use any of these. Well, at least the church is pretty close now. I'm surprised you can't answer to that. The one building that's seemingly still standing. So why is it ringing? It doesn't even look like there's a bell to ring.
The bells have stopped.
Oh? Well, it seems we've been expected.
A signal we should enter, perhaps?
Don't really
We
got much
probably
else
should.
choice.
Welcome home, my children.
Who's
Yeah?
there?
Father?
Klaus.
You don't mean...
The architect is here, but where?
I don't see him.
I am always here. Come to me.
Oh. More to this area.
Please look! Over there is staircase.
Yeah.
It seems to lead to a lower level.
Guess we have to.
Looks like a pipe organ. It's not making any sound now. Here we go. Seems to return to the more world tree-like view that was earlier. I keep falling down the stairs. Yo, y'all got escalators? Nice. Thanks, Mithra. Y'all got escalators? Whee!
The building's holding up well inside.
Yeah.
Quality of structural materials much better than in city outside. This made of same substance as World Tree itself.
Yeah.
Same as the World Tree.
Why isn't the rest of the town made up? Guys?
Huh? Hey!
Huh?
Where is everyone?
Where? What?
Pyra! Gramps!
Guys?
Pyra! Mithra!
Where are you? I was just talking to them. How are they gone? What the? Ow! Excuse you.
What is that? The Ardanian Imperial Army.
Is this Mordain?
Their equipment looks ancient. Like it's come from the past.
Yeah?
What is up with this place?
Where is everybody? I don't want a skull man. Or around me. I just feel like I'm being part of a ritual. I just want my friends. Gormont? Huh. Nia!
Nia! Dromark!
I just feel...
Glad you...
Why, Rex?
Huh?
Nia?
You told us Elysium was real.
My lady and I traveled all this way at your behest. Master Rex, did you intentionally deceive us?
I trusted you, you know. I came here because I trusted you.
Nia! Dromark! What are you talking about?
How do you explain this?
You've got it wrong. I told you. I promised Pyra to...
Pyra. Oh, right. Pyra.
I...
Pyra. Pyra. Is that it? You've only got eyes for her. Get your head out of your ass.
Nia, you're being weird. What is going on?
My lady has given up everything for you.
Dromark.
Yet still you realize nothing. Even now you cannot see.
I've been here all along. Why won't you realize? Look! Just
Nia!
look at me, Rex.
Dromark!
Our foes are preparing an
time to
elemental
take you
attack.
down. Axe twist.
Stop!
Focus, Scap!
Strong
No,
smash.
don't you! I did
Power
it
swipe.
Be
Go for
careful,
it.
but courageous. For what? No, you don't! Shows you just got a little courage there never was. Gah!
Rock.
I am wrong.
Jaguar slash.
Always have been.
Wild
Always
side.
will.
Wing smash. Hit it. No.
You may not survive the day.
You're still free. It's getting tough.
Damn you, you tricked me! I can still fight.
I'm I'm sorry.
Answer me, Rex. Why did you lie to us?
How could you betray our trust?
Now what? More Dane.
Why would Nia and Dromok?
You really are a fool.
Morak. Bridget. What's going on?
Morak? Bridget? Huh? Moradane?
You're so thoughtless.
What are you
Morak?
talking about?
Here you are, wasting time. And all the while my countrymen are... Do you have any idea what you've done?
What do you...
You just run ahead, without a thought for anyone else, and this is the result!
What? The Titan. Ah! Ow. Ow. Martha? Morak.
I couldn't save anyone. If only we hadn't come here. I could have saved my people. I could have saved Niall. If only it weren't for you, Rex!
But me? I didn't mean to...
I hope you're happy now. You've dragged us to some empty ruins. I hope that was worth everything we sacrificed.
All right.
Okay.
Morak.
Time to take you down.
Fool! You're wide open!
Axe twist!
Let me deal
Strong
with this.
smash!
No, you don't! You disappoint
Thanks for
me!
that.
I had high hopes for you.
Stop!
Rock!
I am Rock!
Wild side!
Always have
Vortex
been,
edge!
always will
Radiance!
be!
No.
Hit it! No!
Shall destroy! Take
Hit it!
that.
No!
Sure.
Blow
And you
away!
call yourself driver of
back,
the Aegis?
darn you!
Fighting that way
It's
is
getting
unwise.
How
tough.
long do you intend to continue this farce of
Veil.
a battle?
Stronghold!
At last,
Heavy
a
hitter.
worthy opponent to destroy. Gah!
Hit it! I'm all
Dead.
out of juice!
I need heal. I need something stronger, man.
It's fine, we'll get him yet.
Let me
We'll
change
lose
my
if we go in with the
blades.
same strategy again. Let's think this through.
I don't know, freaking Corvin?
Okay,
Sure.
where are we off to?
Why am I all the way back here? You take away all my teammates, make them fight me, without even giving me a chance to prepare.
Up.
And then you make me walk all the way back down. This probably isn't gonna work either, honestly. I'm probably gonna need a healing blade.
Show him a thing or three.
Wait till they realize how owned they are.
Ha!
You're wide open! No, you disappoint me.
warmed up.
I had
I like
high
your
hopes for
attitude.
you.
Thanks for
Eagle
that.
eye,
Why not?
gah!
Ha!
Radiance!
Ha! Rock!
I am Rock!
Vortex
Always
edge!
have been, always will
Wild
be!
side!
Sure.
Go
The
for
winds
it!
You call
shall
yourself
destroy.
driver of the Aegis.
Fighting that way is unwise.
My
We
thoughts
will not
exactly.
fall here.
Step back,
Cool
dodge
deal.
with those
Hey!
No. Thanks. Ha!
A mere
Gotcha.
flesh wound.
Please, just stop.
Please, stop this. What's the use in fighting amongst ourselves now?
What's the use? For vengeance! What more reason do I need?
What?
That's right. We must take our vengeance. For the thousands of lives you have stolen!
I killed. No, wait, I didn't.
What are you?
Have your life for an apology, Rex! Stop right there! How dare you run!
What is this place? What's wrong with everyone? Pyra, Mithra, Grams, where are you? Where are you guys?
The Cliffs of Mortha.
Why Rex run?
Tora.
Tora,
And Zeke, too.
Poppy, Zeke and Pandoria. Don't tell me you're all...
You having fun, chum?
No.
Playing the hero like the kid you are, stringing us adults along.
That's not...
Rex is bad friend. Why Rex become driver when Tora cannot become driver? Tora tries so hard, and for what? It's useless!
Master Pawn is right. Rex just have a little luck and become driver of Aegis? Poppy never asked to be born as imitation. Poppy want to be real too. Not fair!
I
bet it felt real good, didn't it? Getting special treatment from everyone. Getting chosen by the Aegis. Who decided you should have all that power? How about you hand it over to the prince right now? He deserves it.
Stop it already! I did nothing wrong to any of you.
So you haven't worked that out either. In your hurry to get here, you never stopped to consider all the things you left lying in your wake.
Okay,
please.
Time to take you down.
Poppy will protect you.
The Aegis isn't for the likes of you, chum. She needs a real man.
Why not?
Didn't work.
Much obliged.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
Stratospheric
Hit it,
thunder.
Nice. Rush down.
Heal.
Dynamic spark sword.
Why not?
You look dizzy.
Race to the end. That's us.
Maybe
We'll beat them with the
I will
power
save
of
you.
friendship.
Want me to get him?
Rigid shield. Go for it.
treat.
Yeah, I'm feeling stronger than before.
This is just...
Enough, stop! Tora, Poppy! No, I never wanted this. Zeke, Pandoria!
What are you doing, Rex?
Gramps?
What? Gramps.
What?
This place.
It's that Titan again. The one that died at the beginning.
What is the point?
Huh, Gramps?
What is the point of us, really?
What?
We are born as blades, then return to our slumber, again and again, over countless years. Until we become titans, to wander this world for countless more. And at the end of it all, we sink into nothingness. Have you ever thought about it? What it means to exist for close to an eternity with no clear purpose or goal?
That's...
Must be nice to be human. Living for a limited time, thinking limited thoughts. It must be so much easier. I envy your kind. Just think, Rex, would you? What would you do if you were me? Would you be happy to drift around the ocean with a human on your back? Is that all I am to be?
I don't know how I'm supposed to answer that. Why are you asking me? You're being strange. Everyone's acting so strange.
Huh? Concept. Home. Hello?
Welcome back. You're
Huh?
late, Rex.
What?
Where did you wander off to?
Why?
Pyra.
How?
Come on, let's go ahead and eat.
I've
cooked up a whole bunch of your favorites. I hope you've got room.
What?
Well, eat up. Which kind of bread do you want?
Oh, maybe this and this.
There you go.
Thanks.
Hey, do you want some wine? Oops, you're too young. Silly me.
Mithra, has something happened?
What do you mean?
It's just, you're a lot nicer than normal.
I was about to say.
I'm always nice to you, aren't I?
If you say so.
Hey, Rex, come on. How can you sit down to eat without washing your hands first? That's a faux pas. Go wash your hands right now.
What is going
sorry.
on?
You're acting almost like Mithra today, Pyra.
Nothing makes
Did you scrub
sense.
them properly?
Yeah, they're clean.
Great. Okay then, let's eat. Thanks for the food.
It looks really good. Tastes even better.
Of course it does. After all, I made it myself. Maybe I'll try my hand next time. Mithra, no. You know how that always ends. But carbon's good for you. Anyway, I want to do something nice for Rex too. No cooking. Who's gonna save the world if Rex gets the runs? You're so mean. It was only that one time.
It's okay, you two. I don't care who cooks. I'm just happy with... I'm happy with...
Hmm. Rex.
Rex. It's so strange. I don't even know what I'm doing here anymore. Everyone's all wrong. They all said I... But now you two...
Mm-hmm.
Did I go wrong somewhere?
It's just too much.
I think that's enough. Please, Father.
What? Klaus? Why? What's the point of that? Huh? Oh. Hey. Are you guys still weird?
You guys.
Rex.
Why are we all here? I thought I was...
I merely wished to examine the shapes of your hearts.
That voice.
Klaus? Klaus.
You're...
My name is Klaus, the architect of this world. I have watched over you all this time. I have seen your thoughts, your desires, the things you have achieved.
And...
So you did that, just now?
Yes, those were not your present forms, but alternate possibilities.
Alternate?
Your other selves that lie within. That is what I wanted to see.
Our other selves? You mean we're all thinking stuff like that, deep down?
So you guys knew it too.
Was that how we really feel?
Then you saw it too?
Looks like we were all shown the same kind of stuff.
Huh.
It creeped me out. What are you trying to prove?
Yeah.
Those were the fears you harbor.
I don't get it at all.
What was your purpose in showing us this? Those were not pleasant visions to behold.
Yeah?
My only purpose was to find out how mankind has changed and where it is headed.
And were you disappointed?
No.
No.
As you stand before me right now, that is who you are. That is enough.
Architect, sir. I came here because I met Pyra. Is this really Elysium? Are you really?
I will show you everything. Memories. Mine and those of this planet.
All right.
This world was once the stage of a struggle for survival that dwarfed this current predicament. The world was an unseemly place, though glimpses of beauty persisted. What should people live for? Who should they live for? They live for themselves, to harbor desires and struggle to realize them. That is the natural state of man. But I did not think that was good enough.
And that's why you did what you did?
I lost hope for mankind.
Mm.
I searched tirelessly for an outside solution. And one day, I found it. The conduit. Why it chose to appear before us, I do not know. However, its existence presented a new possibility.
Possibility?
Our world was not the only one. Endless universes coexist, side by side, yet all completely unaware of one another. The conduit was our link to these foreign worlds.
A lot of power, though.
And I opened that forbidden gateway, praying that it would change the world.
Well, it certainly did.
You have seen the plane called Moritha, have you not?
Yeah.
That is what remains of my world. When I opened the conduit, many people and many things disappeared into distant dimensions. All that remained here were the ruins of Moritha.
Oh God.
Of my body.
Klaus.
Your body?
Half of me lives on in some other dimension. But not for much longer.
What do you mean?
The moment of my other self's demise draws near.
And you'll die when that dies?
Father, you...
I was a fool. Because of my foolishness, I lost everything. Left here, alone and broken, I longed for oblivion, but even that eluded me. This is my punishment. Retribution from on high for the sin I have committed.
On high?
There was only one thing I could do. I had to atone for my sin.
So...
I swore to restore this world.
Whoa.
The first thing I created was a special particulate substance with the ability to restore deteriorated matter.
Oh.
You all know it as the Cloud Sea.
Oh.
The Cloud Sea can disassemble matter it comes in contact with and rebuild it in the image of all the things that once made up this world. This way, little by little, I could rebuild the world I had brought to ruin.
Interesting.
Next, I began to recreate life. I gathered miniature vessels containing memories of all this planet's former life forms.
Core crystals.
And I scattered them across the Cloud Sea. These are the core crystals.
Blades.
The crystals bonded with the Cloud Sea's particulate reconstructors and formed the nuclei of new life. Those nuclei developed into minute life forms, the Titans, who would, over time, grow larger and larger. Finally, the Titans gave birth to complex organisms based on the data in their core crystals. This newly birthed life, over untold millennia, evolved into a new breed of mankind.
World Tree.
So that's how we came to live in this world.
But I did not trust this world, born as it had been. What if it were to repeat our mistakes? What if someone like me appeared? To stave off these doubts, I implemented one final measure.
Being?
And so the Blades were born.
Blades.
Ontos, Logos, and Pneuma. The three cores of the Trinity processor formed their cornerstone. However, Ontos triggered a space-time transition event and disappeared forever.
Leaving two.
I was left with the other two, Logos and Pneuma, entrusting them with managing the Blades. Malos and Pyra. Those are the names that you now know them under.
So green here.
So, I am Pneuma.
Sounds like it.
Managing?
The core crystals at the heart of each blade are tasked with relaying all kinds of information to Logos and Pneuma about the selection pressures of the outside world and the biological status of their bonded human, but also the experiences and emotions they share. As the data continually accrues, new evolutionary code is sent back to the core crystals. And this code is used to create new, further evolved blades. These blades too become titans in time.
Huh.
And create new generations of life forms. This was the new circle of life I had created.
A grand scheme.
All to atone for your past
It
sins.
boggles the mind a tad.
So, we're all born from this endless cycle of life.
Yeah?
To replace the victims of the previous world.
That's right. But there were also a handful of survivors. I believe you saw them when you were in Moritha.
Those
The
things.
unfortunate ones who clung to life.
Yeah. So they were people.
Ah. You mean those monsters? Were they originally people?
Core crystals were first conceived as a replacement for human brain cells.
Oh.
A product of mankind's age-old quest for immortality.
And that's what became of them. How awful.
Hmm.
But that technology became the starting point for the creation of blades and titans.
So, in one sense, their sacrifice was not in vain.
I guess not.
Though not all may see it as such.
So tell us, in the end, did we develop as you had hoped?
What do you think?
I couldn't possibly.
That's a bit of a hard thing to answer, isn't it?
Well, those phantasms which you all experienced earlier, those are feelings that lurk in all of your hearts.
Mm-hmm.
As well as that man, Amaltheus. When a person loses something, they cannot help but seek a reason why. Within themselves, or in others.
Just one explanation.
They seek a concrete answer to the question.
Make it make sense.
Of who they really are, deep inside. Such a very lonely existence. But perhaps that is what it is to be human. All this data passed through me, and I knew.
Klaus?
All of you. You were not in any way different from us before. That's why I did not intervene. 500 years ago, when the man finally arrived here, I did nothing when he took away Logos and Numa. I stood and watched as Logos, instantiated into blade form, set out to purge the world.
You don't make sense. Didn't you go to all that trouble to rebuild it? Then why would you...
It is fate.
Fate?
It is fated to happen. It cannot but happen. My atonement was doomed from the start.
That can't be.
I had made my peace with it. Once more, I longed for nothing more than to disappear. However, something has now changed.
Eh?
And that is you, Rex. You and Numa.
What about us?
Me? And Pyra and Mithra?
You reforged your bond in a way I had not thought possible. And the life you share.
I've been through it all together, haven't we?
Moreover, the conduit, which fell into a stubborn silence after the world's end, has begun stirring once more.
What does that mean for us?
Rex, the power you and Numa exercise is the conduit's power.
Huh.
It comes leaking out of some far-flung dimension.
Seems powerful.
And it is a power we can know nothing about.
Almost forbidden in a way.
But with its help, the world may be about to change.
Is that a good thing? Whoa, okay.
What's all this shaking?
It is Logos.
Ah.
Logos, trying to destroy this world and everything in it.
We gotta stop him.
Remember, at heart he is but an information processing unit, neither good nor evil. He is driven by a certain impulse.
What Malthus?
Despair that the man named Malthus felt.
Yep.
I see.
We gotta
So it
stop
was
him
right.
then.
What I felt back then, I mean.
Rex.
Malthus is only like he is because of a Malthus.
What is it you desire?
What else? To stop Malos.
Save the people of
And
this
if you
world.
succeed,
I'll punch him in his stupid face, and then... probably get a drink with him or something. That's the 6th rule of the Salvager's Code. First have a punch out, then drink to forget. Once you've forgotten, the friendship's all set. I'm not old enough to drink yet, though.
We can side off the details.
I see. Numa. No, I should call you Pyra and Mithra.
What is it?
I want to apologize for having burdened you with all this.
Don't worry. We're actually grateful. Thanks to you, Father, we got to meet Rex. And everyone else.
Aw.
Those are cherished memories.
Aw. Klaus? Whoa. Numa?
Father.
I have transferred all of Elysium's data and authorizations to you.
Oh.
Make me proud.
We will.
We'll do it, Klaus. What's up?
I will disappear soon. When I do, the conduit will likely disappear from this world.
Yeah?
You will not be able to use your power forever.
I understand. We'll make do somehow.
I'm counting on you.
You got it. Aw. Alright.
Close. Have you changed your mind about this world?
Right now, I think I am glad I met you all.
Got it.
Feelings mutual.
Then, our answers match. Thank you for giving us all life.
Perhaps I will be able to face you again. Galea.
Mayneth. Well, all that's left now is to deal with Malos. Or Logos.
Pyra, where's Malos?
If he is here, I know where he must have gone.
When's he go to that one machine?
The greatest of all artifices.
Yep.
The artifice that exists solely to destroy the world. Ion.
Yep.
Ion? So that's what Malos meant.
He's already there. Guess we'll just have to destroy Ion too.
Then, that's where we'll go.
Let's move. Architect's room. Alright, time to put an end to this. Wow, this elevator goes fast. Holy crap!
And arrived.
Whee! Yeah, there are multiple sirens. Stop! Oh god.
Are all of those sirens?
He's
really trying to destroy all of Orest.
Crap.
Let's hurry, guys!
You don't got time. Holy. Arphis Colossus. Oh boy. It really is basically I was gonna say it's a storage hangar, but that's literally the area's name. Just sit on the sidelines and don't get targeted by a single one. How much you want to bet one of these is a unique monster too? The heck's the end of this? Pretty sure we have to go up to unlock something. Because, door. Is this the unlock button? Yeah. Up. Oh. Open up. You couldn't open up any slower? Nope. Hey.
Hey, look what I
Ion
found.
hangar entrance.
Congratulations.
Here we are. I guess I can read the last heart to heart.
Malos is a powerful foe.
Yeah.
But we can't afford to give up now.
Indeed. If we give up hope here, there will be nothing left of All Rest.
That'd leave all the people we care about dead, and a whole bunch of innocent folk besides.
That worst possible outcome.
But we're not in this alone. Jin, the Torna guys, and everyone back on All Rest are counting on us.
We've run into all kinds of trouble on the way, but we've made it this far.
This may be the most formidable obstacle yet, but we can surpass it like any other.
When friends all together, nothing impossible.
This is it. This is our final battle. Let's show him what drivers and blades can do together.
Yeah!
Let's do this. Before the storm. I think this is it. This is the part where the game says, hey, if you continue onwards, it's all or nothing. Yep, I recognize this. It's been a long time coming. If you open this door, there will be no turning back. Falling in battle will mean restarting from the title screen. Your game will be saved before the final battle begins. Let's do this! Malos.
Malos.
Stop.
Just in time for the final act, boy. I've saved you the best seats in the house. I sounded just like Akos for a moment there.
Akos is dead, you bastard.
They all are.
So is Petroka. And Jin.
Figured as much.
And yet you don't care.
Is that all?
What? You want me to weep and deliver a eulogy? What good would that do? They all desired oblivion, and now they've achieved it. Least I can do is send them off with a smile.
Malos, is this really what you want?
Huh?
Is this what you want? Malos?
I don't understand the question.
You must understand by now that none of this is your own will.
This is a Malthus.
You have to see all of this came from a Malthus.
Even if that's true, so what? And don't give me some weak-ass crap about how I should repent or whatever.
Why don't you want to hear the truth?
Here's the thing. I don't give a rat's ass what you think, rat! So blades become titans, and titans give life to humans. Honestly, who even gives a damn? They can become whatever they want. But that man, he'd lost everything. He no longer wanted anything. He didn't even want to live anymore. And despite that, his life was the one thing he hadn't lost. Because he couldn't!
The thought of you forgetting me. It's like one heart is being ripped in two.
Jin.
Words can be a curse. That curse was what kept him tied down here. A wretched tale, isn't it? This whole world is a wretched place.
Do not forget that you too are a part of that world. If it were not for you, for Amalthus, both Jin and Laura's lives may have taken quite different paths.
It was, in the end, your fault.
That's exactly it. You've gotten smarter with age, huh? I'm a wretched being, too. A hideous monster, far beyond saving. So, let's end this now.
Don't you feel anything? Father's sadness, the world he longed for.
How could I? That isn't my role in this world.
This man, does he mean to
Ion. The ultimate artifice.
Come at me, kid! Come! My partner! Give me all you've got. You better show me all of it! The extent of your will! Show me why you're here in this world!
It's time to end this. Ion. Artifice Ion.
I feel a bit sorry for them.
Spinning. My will. Double spinning. Then we need to settle this.
All right.
Eagle Eye.
Sure.
Oh, ow.
Much obliged.
His auto attack hits everyone, so that's already an interesting start.
Aqua Wave.
Double spinning edge. Double spinning edge. Sure. Double spinning edge. Double spinning edge. Rolling
Nope.
smash.
We will make your dreams a reality.
Huh. Spora, can you get it before... Well, not to change. Very well then. Fire!
See what fire can do.
Come on! There's a fire orb.
Witness the
Swamp. Blizzard.
Gotcha.
No, if I heal! Not good.
Make your dreams a reality.
Tora will show them.
Keep the aggro on Tora.
I'm so fast I even surprised myself.
Why not?
Threat level is significant.
Time to shine.
Okay, thank you, Nia. Nia, do you think you could hit Boreas? Anthropos. What's that do? Blade ceiling. Disaster.
You're in for some pain. Sure.
Fire and wind.
I shall defend you to the last.
Rolling smash.
Water.
Maybe we'll get out of this alive after all. Will protect
Double spinning edge.
Nia, if it's possible, try.
Focus. Anchor shot.
Time to shine.
It actually won't even matter. Water won't be a good use right now.
Beam. My power rolling smash. Double spinning edge. Die.
Blizzard. No healing.
Gotcha.
Let it walk. Waste. Ice.
Why not?
Think it's tasty? Did you see
Why
what
not?
Poppy did?
Good. Steady.
Tora, can you get ice?
I shall defend you to the last, my lady.
Double spinning edge.
Quicken
Why not?
Good. This time, I'll make sure you're dead.
One.
Ha! Rolling smash.
Where are you going?
I'll wipe you.
X-Star.
Rock.
I am Rock. Always have been.
Show you
Always
how
will.
it's done.
Star. Quick, give the word.
Win.
This should be enough for you.
War of the Servants. Is that gonna summon something? Yep.
Why not? Sure. We should focus on.
Aim for the artifice.
Don't give up on me.
An opportunity presents itself.
Vortex edge.
Freak. Tora will do it.
My spirit sword.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady.
Poppy will protect friends.
Ha!
Launch.
Like your attitude. Eat it.
Always will be. Vortex Destruction.
Not good. Topple.
You think it's tasty? I'll show you why I'm the star player. This will put the
Nuclear blast. I am.
My power flows as one with
I'll wipe you punks out!
X-Star.
Threat level is significant.
I'm gonna show you how
Not good.
it's done.
X-Star!
Just give me the X-Star.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady.
I'm on to you.
Ow.
Thanks for that.
Don't touch Master
I'll
Plan.
show you
Get
why
over
I'm
here.
the star player.
Anchor shot.
Just give me the X-Star.
Double spinning edge. Go for it.
Light.
No shortage of strength. Photon edge. Blind spot.
Wow.
Even surprise myself.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady.
Take him out.
Water.
Farewell.
Shut up!
Anthropos.
Anthropos! I am wrong. Always have been.
Evade.
Always will be.
Make haste and
Wing
retreat.
smash. Ha!
An opportunity presents
Be
itself.
careful, but courageous. Still
Kill.
Nah, I can keep going.
I'll show you why I'm the star player.
Eat it.
Gotcha.
Launch 'em.
Launch.
Why not? Rock.
I am wrong. Always have been. Always will be.
Did I do that?
You lose, everything will disappear.
Never
mind. Then you better bring your best.
Threat level is significant.
Yeah.
An opportunity presents itself.
You won the moment you called on me.
Double.
Blind spot. Opponents have no shortage of strength.
Why not?
We will make your dreams a reality.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady.
Rolling
Come on.
Initiate synchronization of spirit.
We'll do it together. We're up, Gramps.
Crap. Wait, no, I'm good.
I'll finish this.
For some reason, I didn't think I could actually break one in one turn, but no, I can. Easily, actually.
Raging Tiger!
Eh? Come on, Malice! Okay! See?
You're not burning anyone today.
Ah.
My lady!
Drill mark!
Dromark.
Don't trouble yourself. It's nothing.
Ah, Tora. Come on!
Can you still not see? Stop the artifice, Malos!
Please!
See what, brat? The world's never gonna change if that's all you got.
Mordain. Nile. Tantal. Uraya.
change. I will change it. That's the reason we've come all this way.
Why don't you just let it go? Who do you think you're doing this for?
I'm doing it for myself. If it helps put smiles on people's faces, helps them live their lives together, then that's my role in this world! Jin told me to take care of you. In his place, you know. Jin never wanted to die. He just wanted to connect with you. He did it because you showed him a path.
And how many people died because of it? You'd forgive him just like that?
Forgiving isn't that easy, but that's just the world we live in. We need to find a way forward within that world. Even you used to think like that once!
Today, we use our power to fell a god, and then seize our destiny!
Sansa.
Hurry. The time is nigh.
Keep it going.
I showed you and we'll be okay.
You put your feet up over there.
I'll show you the end of the world.
1/4 the way there, or something like that.
This is the thunder of
Siren
justice.
Buster.
Siren Buster.
It's my turn.
I'm
ready. Out the juice.
Armor
Vex,
failed.
pull yourself together.
Good. Meh.
A little help here.
Stand up and fight.
Thanks.
Steady! Thanks, Nia.
Feed him.
Wild scythe! Yeah!
Bit of an unfair way to start the fight, now don't you think?
Tora will show them. Yeah! Poppy, crushing blow.
My spirit soar! Yeah!
I like your attitude.
Significant.
Time to shine.
Mithra!
Won the moment called on.
Double spinning edge!
Taste the pain.
Tora, can you get ice?
Wipe you punch
Next start.
Get out of this alive after all.
I like your attitude.
If Tora can get it, then maybe.
I'll show you how it's done.
Double spinning edge!
This is where you no shortage of strength. Maybe we'll get out of this alive.
Double spinning edge! Double spinning edge! Double spinning edge!
Threat level is significant.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady.
Diamond Mist!
My rolling smash!
One with the
Atropos.
lightning buster.
Things are so y'all better get your butts in gear.
My power
Yeah.
soon back one with time.
Double spinning edge! Pyro! Hit it! No!
My flames strike true.
That's 2. Ice, fire,
We'll make your dreams a reality.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady.
We can have me too.
fire.
Synchronization of spirits.
You're in for some pain.
High up.
Ha! Mithra!
One hold on. No short
Fire.
Double spinning edge! Double spinning edge! Double spinning edge!
My power up level
Double
is
spinning
time
edge!
to shine.
Double spinning edge! Go for
Now!
Taste my power.
Nuclear blast! Light, ice, fire.
This should be enough for
Four
you.
of the servants. 2 of them.
New enemy in the mix.
Ray of healing, halo.
Thank you.
Rolling smash.
Double.
To the brink. Launch. You go.
I am rock.
Smash.
Always have been. Always will be. I guess I really am the best.
Fire.
Gotcha.
Puppy justice.
Poppy, do this.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady.
You won the moment you called on me.
Make haste and retreat.
Double spinning X.
Bad.
My power flows.
Thank you, Nia.
Rolling smash.
Double spinning X. Gotcha.
Nia.
Why not?
Goodbye.
Double spinning X.
Aura.
Electric.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady. Let us make
Double.
Leave it to me.
Launch. Smash.
More up to date than that.
We are in flawless harmony.
Poppy's very elegant.
An enemy seems to
Say
have
so
an anger
herself.
problem.
Leave it to me.
I am invincible.
Go for it.
We'll show you what we're made
Permafrost
of.
crash.
It's time for the decider. Brats.
Just give me the heads up.
Flame gear.
Gotcha.
Try some of this.
Wind.
This is the thunder of justice.
Rock. I am rock. Always have been. Always will be. Wild side.
We're gonna need a
I shall
I'm alive.
defend you to the last, my lady.
I'll show you why I'm the star player.
Get over here.
Wing smash. Vortex energy. Why not? Shut up. I got power swipe.
We believe in each other. Makes us strong.
Strong smash.
Take deep
Dolphin
breaths.
steady.
It'll be fine. We can turn it around.
Die!
Blizzard.
I shall defend you to the last, my lady.
Things are bad, so y'all better get your butts in gear.
Yeah.
Yes. Earth.
Underestimate us. Boreas is gonna show you
Light,
how
ice, earth, fire, wind.
Double spinning edge. Rock.
Rock.
The winds shall destroy you. Why not? Why not? Yeah. Vortex edge.
Come on, Nia.
Just give me the heads up.
Gotcha.
Everyone's hopes
Thunder
are
hit.
hanging on this hit.
Now.
Time to shine. Me first. I got.
Back.
Finish this.
Get him, Nia. On it.
Throw mark.
Let us settle this.
Tora.
Poppy Alpha.
Poppy Alpha.
On time. And another one.
Rock.
Good call.
Get him, Nia. On it.
Roll mark.
Take him out.
Aqua Wave.
Tora, Poppy, you're out. Tora, right on time.
Cutie pie.
Poppy, cutie pie, at your service.
Good.
And another one.
Mithra.
Finish this.
Get him, Nia. On it.
Cora.
Yeah, leave it to Cora.
Tora, Poppy.
Crap.
Tora, right on time.
Poppy Unlimited!
Yes.
And another one. Go for it.
Lightning Buster.
Overkill.
Get him, Nia.
You're right.
Glorious.
I'm not really in the mood to do much.
Full burst.
Dolphin spin.
It's over, Ion.
Hit it. No.
Poppy Unlimited!
Gobble him up.
Am I bad?
It's over. It's all over, Malos.
Here I go.
Yeah.
Let's end it. Siren.
Let's get this done, so we can move on.
For the future.
End it. Cut in two. It's over, Malos. Now the conduit's going. Klaus? The Titans.
This is the last gift I can offer you. The rest is up to you, my children.
Goodbye, Klaus. They stopped. Everyone will be okay now. It's finally over. Your core.
It's been fun, kid.
Malos.
I wish.
If only I'd met you sooner. Just think of the worlds I might have seen. But even so...
Malos.
If I had been your driver, all of this.
Kids say the damnedest things.
There was only one driver for me. All in all, it wasn't so bad.
Malos.
Goodbye, Malos. Oh.
Looks like he's finally found it. Lady Moray. A meaning to his life.
Indeed.
Frankly, I'm a little jealous. After all, most people go their whole lives without finding theirs.
Yeah?
I wonder if I'll find mine.
You've got one already, haven't you? And if what you've got isn't enough for you, well, you can always leave things to the next generation.
Huh. Well said, Zeke.
You've got a point. Surprisingly enough.
What's going to happen? Uh-oh. It's falling apart! Oh, no. We need to move now.
What's going on?
Is it because the conduit's gone? That whole place is falling apart?
That's... What's happened? At this rate, all of Elysium will collapse. What?
Not good.
The conduit disappeared. The power holding Elysium together was cut off.
Oh.
What's gonna happen when it crumbles? Not
Everything
above this point will either orbit the planet or be flung into space by centrifugal force. However,
very bad.
Everything below this point, the World Tree itself, will fall apart on top of all rest.
No, that can't.
I'll crush everything.
There has to be a way to stop it. Pyra, please!
Please!
Pyra!
There is one way.
Fire?
Just one way to prevent it. 5 stories down from here, there's a control room for the correction boosters.
All right.
If we can fire the booster jets and accelerate the whole World Tree beyond escape velocity.
Look, I haven't got a clue about boosters or velocities, but
we'll just stop the bad things from happening.
And fast.
Yeah. Let's move.
Okay, 5 floors down. Let's hurry.
Come on.
Azurda, Poppy.
Eh? Pyra? Mithra?
What did you say?
Poppy could not possibly. Please. You're the only ones I can ask. But, Poppy, you promised, didn't you?
There really is only one way.
That below belt.
Yeah.
Please.
Poppy. Azurda.
You're a real piece of work.
We gotta move. Hurry! Where? Where we go? There. That looks right. Oh boy. Move. All right.
What is this?
Ships. Is this a port?
Pyra. Mithra.
Pyra? What are you doing there? Where's the control room? Pyra! You can't mean...
I'm sorry.
What? Pyra!
This was the first lie I ever told you.
Pyra!
Please.
The only way to stop the World Tree's collapse is to use the last of Ion's power and annihilate the World Tree. I'm sorry. It is the only way.
But...
You all need to use one of those escape vessels and get as far away as possible.
What? The last of Ion's... Pyra! What are you doing? It'll be fine, right? You'll deal with the World Tree, then come back, right?
Right? Please.
Wait! Just wait, I'll come with you!
Come on! Come on!
Damn it! There's not enough wire! I got it! Poppy?
Poppy.
Poppy?
It's not okay. Poppy cannot.
What do you mean you can't?
Poppy made promise. Pyra say that Rex for sure ask Poppy. Say not help Rex, no matter what.
Poppy.
What kind of promise is that? Please, I'm begging you. All you gotta do is take me over there. The rest of you can just...
Rex.
Come on.
And it's
Please.
just...
She's right there.
Poppy.
Rex.
Gramps.
Sometimes a man must know when to let go.
Why? Why?
Do it for her, Rex. Do as she asks.
Gramps!
Chum, how long are you planning on being a baby? She's the girl you love. You got to accept her decision. That's what being an adult means.
Rex,
Morak?
I am so thankful that I've met all of you.
Rex!
All right. Thank you.
Pyra.
Rex!
Huh? Whoa. Your core. Oh.
The core crystal.
You'll be fine. Without me now.
Pyra.
It's time we go. Let's get out of here. Come on.
Hello there. I hope you'll help me.
Ion.
Rex, I'm so glad to have met you. Our time together was short, a fraction of my long, long years. But it's
Find one that
been
works.
longer and brighter than any time I can remember before. You shone a light on my melancholy path. You showed me the way.
Oh. Here we go.
Thank you for that, Rex. Thank you for that gift of light.
So tell me, how was it?
Do you really want to know? Well,
Pyra. Mithra. And there it goes. The world tree's gone. I don't know if we're looking too good either, though. A little bit of a bumpy ride, don't you think? Not okay. Oh, what do we do?
Rex!
Azurta! What are you... What the... Not that I'm complaining. But how the heck did you... Grab on! Poppy's fine.
You know, I think this form does suit me best.
Well, it's definitely helpful. I can not deny that.
Everybody grab onto something.
All right. Sorry about pulling on your hair, I guess.
Cloud Sea is... The Titans are... gone.
I can't believe it. Is everyone dead?
We were too late. At the land of Mortha.
Everything just gone.
So there's nothing left of the world but ruins?
What do we do now, then?
We're crossing that rift.
Rift? What are you... Up! Wow. Land. An ocean as far as I can see.
Look!
It's... Uriah. Gunbu. All the Titans. Oh. They're becoming part of the land. Huh. No need to worry anymore about just possibility of all the Titans dying. They're just land now.
The Titans.
They're joining with the land.
Mordain. And Gormont.
It's true. I think I see what Klaus meant by restoring the world.
Gramps.
Huh.
So Elysium was
Here.
here all along.
You know, Rex, I think you're right.
Whoa. Pretty. Aw.
We're finally here.
Yeah. Really? This is where the credits start. I thought they started later. Yeah, that's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I love this game. I'm remembering now just how I managed to spend so many hours on this game. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure if I looked back... I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how to say this, but... my total combined playtime with this game has got to be over 300 hours or something like that, I'm pretty sure. But this game is amazing. Just there's nothing else to say about it, really. It's amazing. I love everything about it, and I'm still not done with the game either, because we're still going to do the extra story, which is Torna, the Golden Country. So still gonna do that. Probably gonna start that tomorrow, as long as nothing else of strangeness outside happened. Honestly, there was a point during that whole cutscene where I was kind of distracted because I was talking to family. Basically, a family member had surgery, and I was kind of worried about how it was going, but I got a text during the cutscene saying, like, hey, surgery went well. Nothing... it was some sort of, like, heart surgery, and they said, hey, no blockage or anything anymore, so no need to worry about that. And it's just like, yay. But anyways, that's besides the point. Sorry. I was just explaining why I probably was kind of quiet during then. Anyways, the point... yeah. Honestly, there's not really anything I dislike about this game, honestly. I know people complain about the voice acting for Rex and stuff. Honestly, I don't find it bad. Like, the only thing that I think Rex's voice actor could have done better were screaming. That's it. I think his voice actor was perfect at the role otherwise. That's my view on Rex's voice acting. The screams could have been better, but everything else, I think, was perfect. I like Rex as a character. He's just a happy-go-lucky guy who just wants to make people happy. Kind of just like it when there are protagonists like that, where it's just a guy or girl who just wants to make the world happy. What else, though? There were a couple blades that I didn't manage to get. I never did show off Praxis's, Awakening. The other unique blades that I did not get were Theory, obviously, from her side quests. And then there was 4 from Random Chance, which would include Dagos, the Fire Axe, Great Axe user. The Royal Pompous guy. Gorg, the Confectionery Water Great Axe user. Newt, the Fire General Blade, like Katana Blade or whatever it's called, weapon user. And Zenobia, I'm just realizing how many Great Axe users, because Zenobia's the warrior who has Wind Great Axe using. I missed 3 Great Axe users. And then 1 sword user. That's kind of funny, actually, thinking about that. I didn't realize it was specifically those. Of course, I'll probably be in my own time just playing through New Game Plus, because I do remember New Game Plus adds a lot of stuff with the whole you can lower your level, and extra experience can be used as a way of currency, which I think is genius. Gives a reason to lower your level. Aside for just wanting a challenge, obviously. What else, though, does New Game Plus add? Oh, yeah, the whole extra blades thing. Adding the ability to get... it's Sever, Brona, Perdido, Precipice, Petroka, Akos, and Mikhail. And if I didn't make it clear, or if it's not clear to some, Precipice and Perdido are the blades that Mikhail and Petroka had when you first meet them. I'm pretty sure Perdido is the skinny one with the 4 arms and 4 weapons, and Precipice is the big hulking giant. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting about New Game Plus? I almost am guaranteed forgetting about something else, considering there's just other stuff. Oh yeah, you can take the main blades off the characters. Like, throughout the main story on your first playthrough, you're not allowed to take off, like, Mithra, or Pyra. You can't take off Dromark, Pandoria, or, Brigid, unless you use Rex to equip them. But in New Game Plus, you can just do that freely, and furthermore, you can even send them off on Merc missions, which is pretty cool. You can even do it for Tora, though. If you do it for Tora, then, and if you send Poppy out on a Merc mission, then, well, Poppy can't, Tora just can't be used as a character, because, you know, Tora can't have blades. Finally found Elysium. Aw. Cute. Hmm. Eh? The core crystal. It's... Pyra. Mithra. Oh, Poppy. Huh? And thus, boy met girl. And that's it. Yeah, that honestly, again, one of my favorite games. I mean, honestly, just a favorite series in just general. This series cannot be beaten. But, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. Wow, that actually timed up perfectly somehow. 4 hours of recording for that whole ending. That was actually perfect. I cannot believe that. Go ahead and save that. And now it'll tell me about New Game Plus. Or maybe it won't, because I've technically already beaten the game before and it knows that. Also, cute new little ending screen. Although, I wonder, if I sit on this long enough... I don't know if it'll happen... No, wait. No, I don't think it... I know that there's a second variant of this screen, where it's one where Nia runs in and joins Pyra, Mithra, and Rex. I think the way you get it is by beating the game in New Game Plus. I'm pretty sure. I just know that there's another variant. But obviously I can't show that. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah. Next time we'll be doing Torna, the Golden Country. Thank you for watching, and peace!